So today we're starting off my new series, Almost 30. So I turned 30 this year, which seems like such a big number, but I am really going into this new season feeling like I'm entering a new era, a new me. I feel myself changing, developing, growing. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Giselle Jade, and if you're returning, welcome back. So each month until I turn 30, I will be talking about a new topic, just things that I've learned while navigating through my 20s and just how I'm here now, even building the confidence to doing exactly what I'm doing now. So today's topic is going to be hobbies and interests outside of just work. Okay, so I feel like growing up, especially if your parents put you in like a lot of sports or just different activities in general, we kind of grow up with like always having something to do. But when you go off to college, you're on your own, you're kind of bogged down with schoolwork, if you're doing a part-time job, and you kind of like lose sense of like who you are. And I feel for me, it took me a long time to realize like all I do is go to work, maybe go hang out with some friends, almost like going to brunch became a hobby, which it was fun and it still is fun, but I always feel like I longed for part of me that's missing. So growing up, I played a lot of tennis, a lot of sports in general, and honestly I don't know the last time I picked up a racket and really played. If you watch my Antigua vlog, you saw that we did play tennis while we were there, so that was really fun to do. But I think it's important to know that having a hobby is very important. I even saw someone posted recently, they were an American who moved to London, and she was saying that Londoners have such amazing hobbies. They're not consumed by just work and then home life. They actually, one of their hobbies might be going horseback riding or something like that. So like they take the time to actually have a life outside of work. So I think that's really important. For me, I didn't realize this until maybe 2020. I think 2020 maybe forced me to kind of like develop that skill. And so 2020, I was 27, I believe. I knew I had always really liked photography, so I had a Sony A6000 that I got like in 2017 because I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I wanted to start taking pictures, but I was also just really scared. And when I had my son, I'd take pictures of him around the house. For his birthday, like I remember like taking him to the park with a little crate and putting up balloons and taking pictures of him. So I think that was when I first kind of started to dabble in photography, so like 2017, 2018. But 2020 really opened my eyes to this is something that I really enjoy doing. I like taking pictures, I like editing pictures. So 2020, that's when I officially launched Giselle Jade Photography, which is my side business that I have, which I really have not been leaning into that as much. There's other things that I've been working on, which as we talk through more of these series, you'll understand why. It's kind of been a little bit of a stressful time for me, but which is also why I wanted to talk about hobbies and interests, because I'm so thankful that I developed the love for photography, videography, and editing. Because when times were hard, when I was sad, whatever is happening, or I just needed like a mental release and a mental break or something, I'm happy that I had these skills that I developed and interests to kind of lean into, because it really just put me at ease. I remember when I first started editing YouTube videos, like for real, last year, I'd sit at my computer for like 2-3 hours just trying to learn Final Cut Pro. I started on iMovie and then I moved over to Final Cut Pro, but it brought me so much joy to really just get into it. Like, I'd work, go get my son, come home, and still be super eager to stay up and edit videos. And it's not something that I was doing for money or anything like that. It's because I simply just had good interest in it. And something about hobbies and interests, sometimes depending on what it is you develop, it might actually help you in landing a job or work or something like that, which for me, because I'm going to school for instructional design, video editing is actually something that is really helpful, a really helpful skill. So that made me happy. That's something that I was working on by myself on my own, was and will help me in the future. For example, right after I'm finished editing, recording and editing this video, I actually have to record a video for one of my classes, edit that and post that as an assignment. So, but like I said, it's something that I enjoy. So your thing could be photography, video editing, sports. I know a lot of, when we lived in Texas, my husband, he was on like a softball league, a couple other things. So lean into those communities. I have a friend who her hobby is bowling, and she gets to do that with her mom and some of her friends. So she has built a community around that. So I think it's important just to get away from like the work, develop something that you enjoy, and you get to spend time doing that. And work can be heavy sometimes, life can be heavy sometimes, but it's fun having something as like a little mental release. And also, for me, photography was great because I got to meet so many cool people in New York. I got to work on so many cool sets in New York over something that I just developed as a little love of mine. I have a friend who is a really great photographer here. She has a studio in Brooklyn. I've gotten to work with brands such as Tresemme, Eco Bags, tons of companies, but as her production assistant. So that's a skill that I also have if you're watching this video. But yeah, and it all started because of something that I love and developed the love for. Even me getting these new cameras, I have like a collection now. I have about 3 cameras. I have a ton of different lenses. When someone asks me what I want for my birthday these days, I find myself saying, oh, I'll just take a gift card to Best Buy or B&H, because I'm thinking of how I can develop my skills some more. I love taking headshots. I did a couple shoots here in our apartment for my son for his birthday. So yeah, I feel like now I'm kind of rambling, but that's my tip of mine. Before you get to 30, or if you're approaching 30, find some time to lean into something that you enjoy. And it could honestly even be a book club. My sister-in-law, she just started a book club with people in her neighborhood. And it's just important to take that mental load of you, to take that mental load off of you from work, because work can be so consuming. Yeah, so let me know, what are your hobbies and interests? What have you developed over the years? That could be in your 20s, 30s, however old you are. Let me know in the comments below. How have you picked up specific interests? How do you continue to do it? How do you balance it with work? For me, my balance is simply just being pure joy. So wanting to do something. It's not like I have to do it. No one's telling me to pick up a camera. So when I don't feel like doing it, I don't feel guilty about it because it's not something that I have to do. It's something because it's something that I enjoy and I like doing it, so I do it. So let me know in the comment section below, what are your interests? I'm looking forward to reading them. Like I said many times before, I really enjoy interacting with many of you in the comment section below. Yeah, this is episode 1 of Almost 30.